How to create a heat map in PowerPoint. A heat map is a data visualization technique that uses the intensity of color to represent different values in the map. So here's an example that I have, and it is the population of counties in the Republic of Ireland. So from this map, we can see that Dublin, over to the east here, has a much higher population because the colour is darker than the other counties in Ireland. The next example here we have is population in Europe, and we can see from this map that we have Germany as having the highest population in Europe. And then another example is the highest populated countries in the world. So we can see here we've got India and China as being the most densely populated because they have the darker colour. This is the top 20. So the countries with the lighter blue are the lower of the 20, and the colours with the darker blue are the most populated. So that's what a heat map is. So how do we create one? So I'm starting from a title only slide, and I'm going to go to the Insert tab, and I'm going to go to Chart, and I'm going to go for Map here and click OK. That's going to pop in a chart for me. Okay, so it puts the chart in and it's got some dummy data. Just going to scroll out there. So we've got various countries here and we've got figures to put in here as well. So depending on your location, you may need to check what data will be picked up. The first map we looked at was Ireland, and the data there is done by county. So in Ireland, the administration is very much done at a county level, and that allows me to put the counties into Ireland. I would like to note that we have provinces. The provinces do not work in this map. You'll see for the next example in Europe, we can put the European countries in. For anybody in the UK, I would like to point out that we can look at the UK as a whole, but we cannot break it down to England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. And then we've got the world map. So just to clarify that, depending on your individual location, certain things might work. I did try to see if counties would work in England and I couldn't get that to work. So if you're able to get that to work, do let me know. So I need to have my data ready to paste into this window. So I've already copied my data for my Irish counties and population. So I can paste that information in. And I can see those 26 counties are listed here. I'm going to close the window down. But look, something isn't quite right here because some of my counties are grey. They're not picking up the colours. Well, that's because I need to select the data that I'm actually going to use in this map. So if I right click, I have got select data. So that opens up my chart data, which I'm going to scroll down here, but it also opens up the select data source window. So if I look here, I have got down to row 27. So if I come into the chart data range, I can remove 13 and choose to type 27 in and OK. And then close my data down. And now it's picking up all of those counties. So when we copy our data in, we might also need to select the range as well to get that chart to work for us. So that's how we can create heat maps with PowerPoint. It's a really, really handy tool. But just be mindful that there could be some limitations depending on your location or depending on how you're trying to put the data in. So thanks very much for watching this video. And if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Thank you very much.